Hey, Like once again, just to say thank you so much for the subscriptions on YouTube. The YouTube channel is Izwa, IZWAA, and of course, you can subscribe to that one. It's all in caps, IZWAA is what keeping you in the know, and we are concentrating on radio, doing radio right. So we've posted a couple of videos, and one of them that has grabbed so much attention is the one of music rotation. And I did mention in one of my explanations about music rotation that it basically means when there is a rotation, it means the presenter does not necessarily choose music. Some of the presenters might be put in music committees that listen to music and determine what goes on air or doesn't go on air. But sometimes you just have a music team that is independent of the music of the presenters. Sometimes you just have a director who chooses and determines what goes on air. So the questions that have been coming are, does that not make the radio station boring? Does it not make it monotonous? Does it not make it too repetitive? And if you're leaning on either two people, a director, or just a team of people, does that give the station that oomph that it needs in terms of music? So here's my quick response. In 2014, yes, might have been 2014, we paid a visit to YFM. Yes, YFM is in Joburg, and the man who took us through is a guru in radio, a real guru. His name is Mervin Sigamani. And so as he was introducing his team, he introduced us to these two young men. These two young men are club DJs, and what they do at YFM, or what they were doing then at YFM, was from 8 to 5 these two guys walk in, they go through the CDs. It was CDs back then. They go through the CDs that they've received through a music policy. Remember, every station has to have a music policy that is understood by the presenters and everyone else working within the station. A music policy that can be presented to anyone who might have questions about the music on the radio station. So guided by the music policy, these two young men would walk in from 8 to 5 on a daily basis, listen to music, go through the music, either reject music or accept music and put it in rotation. So Mervin's explanation to how that works is, no matter how much a presenter knows their music, they are never going to beat two minds whose sole mandate is to listen to music. Basically what he said is, these guys eat, drink, sleep, think and do music. Not only in the clubs that they do, but that's what they do on a daily basis. They walk in, they listen to music. So there's no way any presenter is ever going to be better at understanding or knowing what's good for the station. So that's how basically it works. Done well, it works. And so the other question that has been coming through is, what about the repetition of music? Don't people get bored by the songs? So yes, playlisting a station and having a rotation. Remember, we spoke about high rotation, fast rotation, low rotation, slow rotation. So some songs, when they are hit songs or they are new songs, they are on really fast rotation. Let's remember that a song has a life cycle like most products. It's got an introduction, it's got a growth, maturity, it's got where it reaches peak, and then it goes down, it descends and then goes to the final level. And this is where we said the rotation becomes slower, and as the years go by, it actually goes into the classics or oldies category. So another guru who works for RCS, who took me through training in South Africa as well, his name is Robin Pryor. When he was explaining rotation to me, we all had these questions as well. He says, when audiences or listeners start complaining about a song, it is not about the rotation, but it is about playing the wrong song at the wrong time. And it made a lot of sense to me. A hit song in its introduction and at its peak, people do not mind listening to it for a very long time, over and over. Go to the club, people will request rewinds. Go where they play jukebox, people will always press the same songs. If we check out your music collection in your car or in your house, you have some songs on repeat until it wears out. So that's the same thinking with radio. That's the same thinking. So Robin Pryor put it correct when he says, when people start complaining about hearing a song too much, it probably means that we have kept that song in rotation or high rotation for too long. So it's never about the song, but it's about playing the wrong song at the wrong time, which is why music people within music stations always need to pay attention. How long have we played this song? How many times is it playing? Is it still wanted by the listeners? Jacaranda FM, for instance, they took me through their process. And what they do, first of all, is they go to their staff members with their playlists and they ask if the song is still relevant. They also then go to what they call town halls, if I'm not mistaken, and they do research. They take out hooks of songs and ask people if they still want to hear it. They have a very interesting music policy, and they don't break songs. Or when I went there, they were not breaking songs. They wait for songs to become hits. They take up those hits because they're targeting their listener, who is a 30-year-old lady who's not really worried about the new songs, the trendy songs. She just wants sing-along songs. So this is why I said your music policy needs to be clear. Are you about breaking new songs? Are you about playing hit songs? Are you about playing old songs? So all this stuff is very, very necessary when you want to come up with a music policy that makes sense, a music rotation that makes sense. So this was just in response to people who are asking about the logic behind playlisting and the logic behind music rotation. It works when done well. That's my belief. Thanks for watching.